Mia.
Mamela.
Emia. Ora, na mia ju pra ruki mi weti manino che si mi bipra. E mi che si mi rigirik. Ma tame ki ete ki si mi na puti mi robaru si nei toki mi le sera maseito. E mi vai no guti karap. Ora ju tu pra sitane watem. Ora jina masa sitau nana mi tu pra sitane watem. Oro mama bromina, papa bromio che sto se mo, papa bromoni before in dayami che si mi amico fini. Na uri storo romio ora sem. Raisi ya ori to yuno kani kai, miti ya yuno kani kai, le sera samti ba yu kai na ba yu ko welia. Mi putani ro wau. Miru kim sapra house, clean pra house, sapra re pra house, sapra we pra house. Na ting bromio ora sem o mi kama pro presi pro tebeli na ba mi welia. Mi ora sem na. Mi Tiki mama bromina, mi cry liglig.
And he took him down to the ocean, and salt was the thing that they were always short of up in the highlands. And he said, well, taste it. And the boy tasted it, and then he said, get me some bottles and I'll fill them up. They'd found out bottles. So he filled up some bottles of water and tied them up because he wanted to take them back, because he said, when I get back, they won't believe me that there's so much of this. Well, then he saw a horse, a young, small horse. And he said, pig. So they said, oh no, horse. Well, he'd never heard of a horse before. So he said, well, give me a bit of its tail and a bit of it here and there. So as I can say, well, look, here it is, and here's a bit of it, you see. So he got a bit of that. And the same with everything else. When he went into his shop, he'd take things, because he didn't know anything about paying or buying or anything like that. So they said, well, give it to him. And so, of course, he landed back eventually after 4 or 5 days. They didn't keep him there very long, because they wanted to get him back whole, or otherwise it could have been very nasty if he hadn't got back. And when he got back, he had all these things, you see, and he said, he started to tell them. And he said, there's a bar loose. He said, this one has only got one here, but he said, there's one down there, it's got one zzz, and one zzz, and one zzz. And he said, there's pigs as big as this, and you know, the salt, he said, you know, as far as the eye can see, you know, it's full of water, full of salt, and, you know, they tasted it, and you know, the lap clothing and things like that, oh, there's plenty of it. And nobody has a gun, they all walk about, and everybody's sort of friendly, and because they didn't believe him, then they said, oh, it can't be that good. So they all wanted to get in the plane and go. Well, they were real bush Kanakas, and they were very primitive. They had never worked at any job before. See, it was always hard to get labour for plantations and mining on the coast, but for mining in the highlands, where there was only one miner, well, it wasn't very hard to get them. There'd be hundreds of applications for a few jobs.
Before me pra one mani yeti posim. Na resra pasin pinisi na ore sara wet pra mani kam. E moro luena turuturum posim pra orket. Ori yeti tokoro wok mi presa horim wok. Ori yeti makin terong tai por horim wok. Em resra tai mi preno sai popajalo habilisim. Mi presa viani. Em resra tai mi preno pani peso mani. Monitor mi preno look sabe. Na mi pratintindo kumuna taibum na santiblo survara kinana emorore sara santita sol mi praidakin.
I think for one shell they do about a month's work. We used to order it from Thursday Island and then be flown in. Sometimes we'd get 1,000 then. Wealth was the great thing, the big thing in their life. They judged a man by the number of pigs and the number of shells he had, mostly.
Nanga tumul na kurgo email ke nanga te kamera ke wa yi marung kana kam ke kan kan alto me te kan mu kurung tu kun durung lo tengka me me kan ya ili kan na ma pas lai
pe yi mu pok ne derung na
mo le la ma kan mu mo kurung ke mu bag maning ke per mo ba tu kan tan ke ma tara yi ne ko ma tirum te ke le pe Oltika le bukum nung mo wen bilen bulen kan yimin olto ko ko gai ma dir ngal. Te kan kan olto ko mo ko.
Udah nampu apa berkata ini menunggu ni nggak tengah dua kapan itu.
Tiga mas kan ne ko ni na no mo ga. Eli ga.
Iya men begini ni begini begini.
Second number. Ilbi am ko ri burung login mo ko pe mar kan tu.
Kau kena buat perempuan begini.
Wai ka yi burum bulen kan. Ko to ne ko wan wi me na ma ko la te mo mo te ka kan yimin te.
Kan ngok mel bangorong. Udah be murung begini. Iya kurban berkata ni betul betul. Wun ba melgi be na ba mon wa ma ba juna melgi bi ti mo te ngam bo ya ni menunggu ngai tengah na wu ka ba na murung ni ya ka e pen.
Nanam di burumbo kan antinana mo burumbo mo mam ni kan wa am kan te kuri te kan ni pin man kan kan ni mari pam pen buna puri kan ang go di go mo wan ba ka ka ni ni kan te kan ni nanam ka te mi
Agil be loga purna kan nu yu kan dulu kan mun mong te kan koros te tem kan na pa ne plug tin mo ga.
mun mo ngai te buri te go ni
Wi am ma me dir kan
am bo mel te ngai te kan kan ni buri ni bo kan mun mo ngai na te buri bo kan go ndi kan ni mo ro ba ma buri nan ma no ba am bi te pa ma ngana ya reng na di ni reng ba bai ba gu ma ne na ya reng ma na injina kan na me ya me ba na amang ba gi
Pe kang montu kan ne kang montu nu montu kan gai ni tin mo ko mo kan.
ma nana mo mbo kono la to ga me ba ndi ke nana mbo kono la to ga me ba ba te tule mundu kan ba ni wam ko
Undi sing kan
kan ba ba bur
Ui be am bur lo to ba wer kare dir me la gang ko nu no mo wer kare te ba tur mo le. Mbo ya am ba bibi ko kan bi la ba mo gurum am ba ga mo gurum bibi ko kan dir. Be gang ti bulu bu kan ga ba mo mi ni kan ni tu ina.
E pifo tru, lo wetman ino kamap. Ino kamap na mi play no lukim lo wetman na. Mi play yeti posi molo kita samti. Pait na, tai blo kai pik na, tai blo sinsin na, tai blo sari meri roman. Na wetman i kamap nu pla rong resara airanis. Ori kisimuan pla dis blogor na, kisimuan pla pi pla sabor itu. Kisim sabor na pluma pim le sarawesan ikam ni sa tirong disina wasim long wara. Mi pratingi morsem. Before tu puna blo mi pera oro ma papa blo mi pera mi plesa kukim na. Tai mori dai mi plesa kukim long wara na. Mi plesa kausim bun blo ori gorong wara. Na mi pratingi morsem mori gotani nu prasigin blo na kama porsem we pramani na kampe kikenna. Wasim le sarabun blo ori. Orsa pramani ori ting ting orsem. A mi play no criatura le seratai. Na nao le seratai mi play isabe nao. Ori kisim le seramoni mi play sabe kai kalong eni ati ori kisim long ground lo mi plana wokim lo kormoni.
Although it wasn't an El Dorado, we weren't millionaires or anything like that, or anything like millionaires. We'd made a very, very good living out of it. We were able to pay the natives well for everything, and that was the main thing in the country, to be able to give them, to barter fairly with them all the time, which was more than fairly. But I don't think there was anything in the native way of life, that as far as developing the country or for their own good, that they had anything that was better than what they have now.
It was no good trying to say we weren't colonials, we were. And I can remember there was a fellow came up there and he was in business and someone called him a robber one day. A European, this was. Well, he said, I didn't come up here to get a suntan. So, you know, I think everybody was the same. It's no good to me trying to make out I went up there for the good of the natives, because I didn't. I went up there for the good of James Levy Lay. I didn't do too badly.
Megnai ya kun ke burum ikan kan.
Mek na
Kani meg na ga kan na ga ke bar tu dan. Meglai.
kun mek mo na mane.
Pergi but ya bon turun punya oli kan burum punya ikan kan.
Illu kan binjin.
Edi. Gar burum gur kaya na
Mek na burume.
Meg gar burum mana ga. Elemen tikan na. Kantil kan aku angat bent ko turun turun kan nu wa kan bent rumah rumah kan.
Senoi.
Sino kan kan.
Albangan berapa kena? Kamu tinggal kono cimbina ke gonti kundu ke igor ngen cimbina wa be kici ba muru ngi ganya
I'm looking on the bright side, though I'm walking in the shade, sticking out the chest, hoping for the best, looking on the bright side of life. I'm waiting for the right tide, and if luck comes to my aid, giving me a break, I shall be awake, looking on the bright side of life. Today I'm in the shadow, tomorrow maybe the clouds will lift and let the sun shift over to me. I'm looking on the bright side, though today, though care and strife, I can wear a grin, keeping up the chin, looking on the bright side.